The Perek Vav, the Yudches Tamuz, Perek Vav. So let's go over the whole situation one more time. The Jew is different because Vayipach Papav Nishmas Chaim Kechelek Havaya Ame comes from Shem Havaya. Even the neshama in this goof is Chelek Hashem Havaya. But Aveda Sechem Avdil, an Aveda separates. And because it separates, a small Aveda separates a little bit, and Aveda of Karas cuts it off completely from the Eibushter. Whatever, and that Arizal says maybe you could fix it, but that's already a different thing. This idea that if a person did Aveda of Karas and Misa, didn't do Tshuva, they died before 650 or before 60, depending on what the Aveda is, was only when Yidden were on a higher level. That, when the Madrega of Shechina, which is the lower hay, Malchus, Shaita B'Yisrael was resting amongst Yidden, in the Beis HaMikdash and the Beis HaMikdash. So when the lower hay was resting amongst Yidden in the Beis HaMikdash, well, as I saw then, Laihoyu Makabim Chayas, the Yidden don't get their Chayas, the Guvim from their bodies. Rakai, they never shall ki Levada, only from the godly soul. They begin this Pnimius Hashem from the inner dimension of flow of life. Shemashpiyah Ein Seiv Baruch Hu, that the Ein Sof gives, Aidei Shem Havai, Shem Havai Baruch Hu, blessed be He, Kanas, we discussed in Perek Dalet in the beginning of Perek. Time of the Beis HaMikdash, we live from Shem Havai. What's Shem Havai? It's a lakus which is higher than Klip. It's not in the world. You're doing Aveda in this world, so there's an obstruction with you and Shem Havai, and there's Ian from Kodesh, right? But now he's going back to the other question. If you recall in the previous Perek, he wanted to explain what's the difference in a Yid and everything else. Second of all, what's the Pshat Kodesh for Misa? And third of all, how could it be that Yidden did Avedas of Kodesh since they live a very, very long life? And the answer is because they're not living from Shem Havai, they're living from Klip. Of the Yidden descended from their Madreg, in other words, in Golos. And they caused through their actions. Not only should their hay, their own hay, fall into Klippa, but they affected through their actions, say Golos, Hashchina, that the Havayas, the Eibish's hay should also fall into Golos. That Malchus of Atzil should go into exile, which means they cannot reveal it. Because as the Pasuk says, and through your Avedas, you sent away your mother. Your mother would be Malchus of Atzilus, and through Avedas, we sent Malchus of Atzilus into the lower worlds. Hainu, this means in other words, Yorda descended Ashpo, as Bechinas Heitata, now the flow of the lower hay. Finished out, and it went through a chain reaction, Madrega from step to step. Mata lower and lower, Achin Islam, Shahashpa also till its flow descended and revealed itself. But Yud, Sfidas the Nega, the 10 Sfidas of Nega. Hamashpi al Shef of Achayas that give a flow and life. Ayade Amazol, through the constellation. In other words, the Chayas is no longer coming directly from Malchus of Atzilus, which is called Shem Havaya, but it's passing through, first of all, Noiga, and second of all, Mazolis, and third of all, V'chol Tzva HaShamayim, and all the hosts of the heavens, V'asodim and the Malachim Shalem, which are upon them, L'chol HaChai, Hagashmi, to all physical things, Shebe'elam Hazeh, that are in this world. Physical living things, V'gam L'chol Matzemech, and all plants, K'may Ben Azal, In L'cheisim Mavata Shen L'mazal, V'chol plants also have a mazel and so forth. So in the times that the Beis HaMikdash, Yidden got Chai directly from Shem Havai, from Malchus of Atzilus, so when Aveda of Kodesh cut you off. But now that the B'Sheichem Shulchaim Chem Aveda sent the Eibishter Kvechel into Golos. And when the Eibishter is in Golos, the Yid doesn't get Chai directly from Shem Havai, he gets Chai from Noiga, Kichav Mazolis, the Ayin Sarim, and the Kichav Mazolis, and so forth. For Ozayin, as a result, Yochel, it's possible that Gama Chet Yopeshit, or even a sinning Jew, should be able to be the Kabel Chayis Lagufam V'Navshim Abahamas, to receive life for the body and animal soul, all other animals, what the Pasuk says that a Yid does Avedis is Nimshak of him is Nidbus compared to an animal. So when a Yid does Avedis, he falls into Klippa. Once he falls into Klippa, he's taking Chayas not from the Eibishter but from Klippa. And because he's taking Chayas and Eibishter not from Klippa, this idea of dying before 50 and before 60 because he's cut off is not effective. Moreover, not only does a Yid get Chayas from Klippa just like Klippa does, but to the contrary, but yes, says the Ace, but yes, it does, he gets even more weight and more power when he's Mekabel Chayis from Klippa. Piyah Mavur, Bezeira Kodesh, Pashas Bekudah, it says in Zeira Pashas Bekudah, which is called Shefa V'Chayis, any flow and life, and Ishpas L'Adam Atachim, which descends for a lower man and person. B'Shav V'Rega She'esa Arab Eni Avai, while he's doing the act of evil before the Eibishter. B'Maisei B'Divrei B'Hirhurei Machshava, in action and speech or in the thought, the arousal of Tshuva in thought. I'm said it wrong. Say that again. Okay, Shekol Shefa V'Chayis, any light and life and flow and life. Hanishpas la'adam, which comes to a person. Hatachim down here, b'shav v'rega she'sara, when he's doing an aveda, b'nei Hashem with the eyes of Hashem, b'maisa in action, b'dibur in speech, b'huri aveda in thought v'chol and so forth. He's not getting chayes from Shem Havaya. Hakel nishpala, it's flowing to him. Me'echolos esitir achara from the chambers of Klippa. Hamavorim sham b'zeir hakadosh written in Zayir. In the times of the Beis HaMikdash, when you didn't have aveda of kadosh, you cut off from your chayes. You're not getting any more chayes from Shem Havaya. You're not getting chayes from Klippa either. So how do you live till 50 or 60? Because of a Reshibum and Avshalikis. In times of Gola, since the Shechina fell, we're getting Chayas Taka from Klippa itself. Adam and a person who Balbachira has free will. The Chedech of Ayami stays Lamaila. Yankech of Nachalose falls. And because the Egel Nasi falls, you're not getting chayes from the Eibush. Right. In times of Golos, we're like from Shem Elokim. That's right.
And then when a person does an Avera of Bisman Golos...
Wait, let's keep going. Let's see what happens. He's going to explain. A person has free will. Whether to receive his life from the chambers of Klippa. The chambers of Kedusha. In other words, if you don't do any Avedas even in Golos, you're getting chayes from the Eibush of Kedusha. Shemehem nishpayis kol machshaves teves u'kedeshes v'chol of which flow all good and holy thoughts. Hashem made evil and good equal and opposite. When he does mitzvahs, he's getting chayes from Kedusha. He does an Avedas and chayim from the Umazeh. Ve'cholas ha'sitra achra, and the chambers of Klippa, mikablim ve'yenkim chayusam, they receive and they're nursing their life, mehislapshas ve'ishtashas, from the manifestation and the chain reaction of a shefa, of the flow, the yutzvidas, the nega, the 10 sfidas of nega, haklula, which is included in the beginning tevera, good and evil, he begins etadas v'chol, which is the idea of etadas, kinedel yedechen, there's no other echakabel. So a yid is a breder. He can get chayes and shem avaya. And it's mashma perhaps even in times of Golos he can get chayes and shem avaya. But in times of Golos, since the Shechina fell, when he does Avedas, he's not getting chayes and shem avaya, he's getting chayes from Klippa. And because he's getting chayes from Klippa, this is why he doesn't die by the age of 50 and 60, because he's getting chayes from the Yomaz. So now, how would we understand this? In the time of the Beis HaMikdash, either doesn't have Veda, cuts himself off from the Eibush. How does he live till 50? Because a little bit of Shem Havaya left in him. In times of Golos, you have a real choice. You can get from Shem Havaya through not doing Avedas, or you get from another source through yes doing an Aveda. That's why you're not going to die at 50 or at 60.